From your own huge fight, Fabio Wardley. To me, I'm not just saying that because you're here, it's the fight of the year for me, especially the fight of the year in the UK. What's your thoughts? How are you feeling ahead of that big one only in a few weeks?
I feel good. The camp has gone very well. I've put in the work like I always do. And listen, fighters always say each camp is the best camp, and this has been the best camp for many reasons. So I'm looking forward to the challenge that Fabio Wardley's going to bring. I know he's got a lot of knockouts on his record, and his knockout ratio is quite high. But I do feel there's levels in this sport of boxing, and I do feel that my level is above his, and I'm gonna, my goal is to go out there and show it on fight night.
It's an incredible fight. The first thing a lot of people thought when it was announced is that to take such a high risk fight when you're so close to a world title fight is incredible. Fabio Wardley, he has his flaws, but he's still a very dangerous fight.
There's a way for me to win. I just need to manoeuvre and find my way there. I'm too ambitious. There's more to come. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be drama, but there is most definitely going to be a Fabio Wardley win.
Fabio Wardley.
I'm on the run, I'm in form, I'm winning, I'm learning, things are going great. So what's the point in deviating from that or taking my foot off the gas at all? We're full steam ahead. And whatever the top challenge is in front of me, throw it my way, bring it to me, because so far so good. Find a way to win. So I've got no questions about testing myself against the best in this division or in the world.
You talk too much. Joseph Parker's words echo with cold confidence. No hesitation, no filler, just the tone of a man done with waiting. Every sentence lands like a jab, calm yet cutting. Parker's message is clear. This isn't talk anymore. It's time for action.
There is. And Usyk fight never came through, so the next available fight was Fabio Wardley. And he's ranked #1 in the WBA mandatory. I'm the interim WBO, so let's get it on. There's no point waiting around. Time doesn't wait for anyone. That's in boxing, that's in life, that's with everything.
Joseph Parker speaks with the calm of a man who knows his worth. No noise, no bluff, just pure belief. Every word lands like a statement of intent. He understands the risk, embraces the danger, and thrives on pressure. One clean shot, that's all he needs to change everything.
I am the avoided fighter in the heavyweight picture, and I back myself against any fighter out there.
I don't need to be perfect for 12 rounds. I just need to be perfect for that one moment.
I believe people avoid fighting me because I'm dangerous, and I have belief.
There's a lot on the line, there's a lot at stake. And someone's getting knocked out.
So let's get it on.
Frank Warren sums it up perfectly. A knockout before a sellout. The tension around Parker versus Wardley.
Talking about him being an underdog, but he's and he's in this second phase of his career. He feels he's bigger, stronger, better, badder than he's ever been, and it's hard to argue with that.
Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley.
What a fight that's going to be. It's a cracker of a fight. That the winner of that fights Mr. Usyk.
How do you expect this to sell at the O2?
Out.
A knockout.
A knockout, and it will sell out. A knockout before a sellout.
Derek Chisora calls it like he sees it, and he's all in on Fabio Wardley. His words come with that raw fighter's instinct, a gut feeling that can't be faked. It's confidence backed by respect, but also a warning. Wardley's power might just rewrite the script.
My prediction for the Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley. I feel like Wardley wins this fight with a knockout. I don't know why I'm thinking of it, but it's just, when it's like that. It's like when you play the lottery and then you just get your numbers right. And I believe Fabio has got his numbers right now because after his last performance, he's got something to prove. I know Fabio for a while, Fabio's a little beast. And Joseph is a beast as well, but I believe that Fabio Wardley wins this fight with a knockout. It will stop Joseph Parker. Trust me on this. Put your house on this deal, I'm telling you. It's going to be electric. The boy from London, Norwich, is going to do it. Is he from Norwich?
Frank Warren breaks down the reality of the heavyweight queue, and patience isn't an option. Parker wants movement, Wardley wants opportunity, and both men see this fight as the key to unlock bigger nights. It's business, pride and timing all colliding under one roof.
Next term, you know, the WBO is the next term. Joe wants to fight, he doesn't want to wait till next year. Otherwise, we'll be waiting probably until March now to see the Usyk's out and won't be able to get into training. And with Fabio, he sees this as a shortcut. He could wait his turn as being the interim champion. But Usyk, when he holds the 4 belts, there's no unification fights. Therefore, a guy who fights twice a year, if you're one of those challengers, you could be waiting to...
The announcement sends shockwaves. Parker versus Wardley, O2 Arena, Adiola. Depot captures the magnitude perfectly. A young contender facing a battle-hardened veteran in a fight that could redefine the division. From Portman Road to prime time, Wardley's rise has been nothing short of meteoric.
Joseph Parker will fight Fabio Wardley. I think the date is October 25th, O2 Arena. Massive, massive fight for Fabio Wardley. Fighting a guy that I consider a top 3 heavyweight. So and look, it could be the number 2. He could be the number 2. Number 1's Usyk. There's this debate between Caballero and Parker. It could be Joseph Parker in what will be a sold-out O2 Arena. It might be for a vacant title. I think we're still trying to find out what Usyk does. So it could be for a world title. This is enormous, especially considering the life and death Fabio just had against Justice Hooney, where he just landed that one quitter hitter in the last, what was it, the last round of that fight? So to go from there, like, each trajectory is incredible. To go from there, Portman Road, sold out, to fighting potentially for a world title against, again, a really good, massive name in Joseph Parker is just, I mean, your team have done you well.
And when Parker hears the hype, his response cuts through the noise. Joseph Parker sends a sharp reminder he's not anyone's blueprint. Every name he drops carries meaning, a warning to Wardley that past opponents are no reference point here. Experience, composure, and controlled aggression, Parker's making it clear he's the one who sets the standard.
See if you can find a way with me. It's different. You know, I'm not Justice Hooney, I'm not Fraser Clark, I'm me, Joseph Parker. A different fighter, a different beast altogether.
And right after that, Wardley fires back with calm defiance. Fabio Wardley sounds calm but dangerous, a fighter who thrives in chaos. His tone isn't nervous, it's eager. Big fights bring out the best in him, and he knows this one could define his career. No shortcuts, no excuses, just a man ready to test himself against a name that matters.
Cool. We posed the question to Frank and to Parker and his team as well. We're the ones asking, so it was more so when I got the call to say it was confirmed. I was like, okay, cool, here we go. Big fight. They're the occasions I love to be involved in. I'm not here to just kind of fiddle my way through and take easy fights, easy moments, whatever else. I like to be in the thick of it. So this is very much another one of them situations for me.
And from here, the tension between the two only keeps building. Joseph Parker repeats his message, but this time with more edge. It's not confidence, it's conviction. You can hear the challenge in his tone, the kind that carries both pride and warning. He's not comparing records, he's defining levels. Wardley may have momentum, but Parker's experience is his weapon. He's been in deeper waters, faced heavier hands, and walked through storms. When he says he's a different beast, it's not bravado, it's a promise that the real test begins when the bell rings.
Let's see if we can find a way with me. It's different. You know, I'm not Justice Hooney, I'm not Fraser Clark, I'm me, Joseph Parker. A different fighter, a different beast.
Tony Bellow's assessment paints a sharp picture of Joseph Parker's evolution. He's not just bigger, he's smarter, more strategic, more measured in every move, adjusting weight, controlling pace, mastering rhythm. It's the kind of detail that separates contenders from champions. Bellow sees what many overlook. Parker's not chasing explosiveness, he's building efficiency. Every adjustment speaks of a fighter who's refining his craft for longevity, not just victory.
No one who's going to beat him. I just think technically, physically now, he's at the weight and he's adapted and he's adjusted. I mean, he's even adjusted and adapted his weight for this fight individually. I mean, he put on how much weight.
Bellow highlights the truth few acknowledge: momentum matters. Parker's inactivity may be his only enemy. For a fighter who thrives on rhythm and repetition, long gaps can feel like starting over. Yet this isn't a sign of decline, it's a pause before the next charge. The hunger to stay active, to stay dangerous, burns in every word Bellow speaks. Parker knows timing is everything, and when he returns, it's not just about fighting, it's about reminding the division he's still a threat.
Fighters, Joseph Parker is struggling from inactivity at the moment because he's been so used to fighting back to back to back.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
not his own fault by any means.
No, it's not a disturbance in the Bacoli fight that he was all going ahead and you know, Bacoli jumps in, all of the disturbance of the Dubois fight.
That's right.
It's just, he's in a rock and a hard place, Joseph Parker, because he knows the shot's coming, but he also wants to stay.
Eddie Hearn lays it out with pure respect. Joseph Parker has earned his place among the elite. Those names, Wilder, Zhang, Dubois, Usyk, AJ, represent the absolute peak of heavyweight boxing, and Parker's already shared that space. Hearn's tone isn't promotional, it's admiring, beating danger after danger, taking short notice fights, proving himself time and again. Parker's journey is about courage, not comfort, and with Wardley next in line, the stage feels set for another defining moment in a career built on taking risks few would dare.
Now, look, I think it's a great fight. I mean, firstly, Joe Parker is on an incredible run.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's beaten Wilder when no one really wanted to fight him. He's beaten Zhang when he was like the bogeyman, and he's just beaten Bacoli, although, you know, on short notice. I mean, that was a dangerous fight to take. So I love Joe. I think he deserves an opportunity. Joe against Dubois, Joe against Usyk, Joe against AJ. They're all great fights. I think
Johnny Nelson's analysis cuts straight to the essence of Joseph Parker's danger, controlled chaos. 6 or 7 set combinations, each rehearsed to perfection, each designed to dismantle opponents who dare to underestimate him. This isn't a fighter swinging wildly, it's a tactician who knows exactly when to unleash fury. Nelson's words echo warning: if Parker finds rhythm early, the beast within him awakens. Every punch comes in layers, precision buried inside aggression, and that's what makes him lethal. He doesn't just throw punches, he engineers memons. The difference between surviving Parker and falling to him might just be one mistimed move, one lost second, one mistake too many.
He's got at least 6-7 set combinations. He can fight. So he needs to control this beast. If he doesn't control it, don't be surprised if you get an upset Saturday night. Don't be surprised.
Do you think Parker has the power or the speed and combination?
I think he's got the speed.
Beneath Joseph Parker's polished composure lies a fire that never went out, that raw outburst reveals the fighter behind the finesse, one who thrives in confrontation, who welcomes the storm. For all his calm and strategy, Parker still fights with emotion, with pride, with the instinct of a man who's been doubted before and learned to answer through violence. That line, "You're gonna get it," isn't just trash talk, it's a declaration. It's Parker reminding the world that beneath the smile stands a warrior who still loves the fight as much as the victory.
Joyce, you're gonna get it, you big lump. I'm gonna smash your face in. That's what's gonna happen, you prick.
Get up there, Joe Parker, me boy! He's learning!
Tony Bellow speaks like a man who's studied the details, and he's right. Joseph Parker isn't just stronger, he's smarter. Every pound gained, every adjustment made, is part of a plan to perfect balance power with patience, weight with movement. Parker's reinvention isn't luck, it's design. He's reshaped his body and style to control tempo, to command rhythm. Bellow's admiration underlines what makes Parker dangerous. He's not chasing form, he's mastering evolution. Every fight, he redefines himself, finding new ways to make old weapons sharper.
No one who's going to beat him. I just think technically, physically now, he's at the weight and he's adapted and he's adjusted. I mean, he's even adjusted and adapted his weight for this fight individually. I mean, he put on how much weight and slowed.
However, despite Parker's impressive resume and form, in particular, Hearn highlights Parker's ability to avoid the big shot. He believes that Parker, who is in the best form of his career, has the style to frustrate Dubois and cause him problems in the ring. Parker's adaptability and experience make him a serious threat, particularly his ability to take a punch and manage the distance in a fight. While he acknowledges that Parker's experience could be an advantage, Foley highlights Parker's ability to dictate the pace of a fight and his knack for making adjustments when necessary. Is able to employ a strategic game plan advantages, particularly in the later rounds when the fight could evolve into a tactical. He is also impressed by Parker's fitness, experience, and ability to last the full 12 rounds. Rock also cautions that Parker's ability to withstand punishment and handle the pressure will be critical. Has the tools to upset the odds and dethrone Dubois. Cole's first-hand experience.
But yeah, I would feel frustrated. Joseph Parker seems to have been frozen out, you know, at a time when he should be getting his world title shot. He's worked to get that, you know, more so than any other heavyweight out there right now. Alexander Usyk is not just holding up the WBO title right now, but he's holding up the heavyweight division for all these fighters that we've been talking about on this show getting their shot. And these fighters may have to mix it with each other before getting their shot. And that's sort of unfair, really, because one of them's going to lose and he's going to have to climb the ladder again.
Parker's technical proficiency and adaptability, and Parker's adaptability. Parker's style could be the perfect anti-heavyweight will emerge victorious with confidence, emphasizing that Parker's style and performing at a high level as well. He's seen a resurgence in Parker's resilience and ability to go the distance with elite fighters. Performances have prompted many to consider him a legitimate contender in the heavyweight division once again.
Yet each obstacle has only refined his mindset. Parker's maturity now defines his style. He's measured, patient, and more dangerous than ever. He no longer fights to prove something. He fights because he knows who he is. The Usyk fight might not be next, but that doesn't bother him. He's focused on momentum, on reclaiming control of his destiny. The calm tone masks the storm brewing underneath.
New Zealand's
Parker
answer
isn't
to
just
James
ready
Bond.
to fight again. He's ready to remind the world why they once feared his name.
Elsewhere, Alexander Usyk. So, do you go along with that?
Is it a financial thing? Or is it I don't know, do I present something different? Or, I mean, this Usyk's been there and done that with everyone, you know? And I back myself and I believe, like now, physically and mentally, I'm in the best place ever. And even I am very excited to see what I can do in the ring when I'm in the ring next. You know, it's not going to be with Usyk, obviously we're fighting someone else now, but I know what I can do in the ring.
As this story builds to its peak, one truth becomes clear. Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley are no longer just names on a fight poster. They represent two completely different roads that now collide under the brightest lights. Parker, the seasoned craftsman, is chasing validation, not from fans, but from fate itself. He's been patient, composed,
While
and
he
almost
acknowledges that
surgical in
Parker's
his recent
experience could be an
performances,
advantage,
carving his way back into heavyweight relevance. On the other hand, Wardley is the storm, unpredictable, fearless, and determined to shake the foundations of the old guard. This fight isn't just about rankings or belts. It's about identity, legacy, and pride. One man fights to preserve what he's built. The other fights to destroy it. The O2 Arena will feel the tension long before the first punch is thrown. When that bell rings, it won't be just a clash of fists. It'll be a collision of eras. The experience of Parker meets the hunger of Wardley, and only one will leave with their narrative intact. The question now is simple. Who writes history that
Hearn
night?
highlights
Let us
Parker's
know in the
ability to
comments. Are
avoid
you
the
backing
big shot.
seasoned
Believes that
veteran
Parker,
Joseph
who is in the
Parker,
best
or the
form of his
relentless young
career,
lion Fabio Wardley?